it's Ann and welcome back to Hawesome Budgets. This is another budget with me. I want to go ahead and start by reallocating the saving challenges that we finished last week. And we did wrap up our spooky bucks. This was saving $1 for every challenge that we finished in the month of October. I do need to find one for November. I really enjoyed doing this. I have not figured out what I'm going to do with this money yet, but let's go ahead and count up and see how much we ended up saving, or how many challenges we ended up finishing in the month of October. I'm just going through to make sure I did get all of them. Okay, so let's see how much we finished up. We have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33 challenges we finished. That is awesome. So I am contemplating doing a couple of things in the new year, and this money might go towards that, but right now it is extra. So I have this cute little October envelope that I'm going to put it in, and we are going to count that as extra money saved, and I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out what I'm going to do with that. So we are done with our spooky bucks, and then I need to find one for November, like I said, but right now I'm just going to keep my dollar bills that we finish off here in the November envelope. So I'm going to put that up there, and we'll be starting those soon. Let's go ahead and reallocate all of the savings challenges we finished. The only one that still has money attached to it is this cute little budgeting with Lysandra, this little Donald Duck tiny that we finished, because this is going to give us a spicy mini Monday for $10. So I have my $10 right here, and this is my little where I keep all of my money for my my videos for the week. So I'm just going to go ahead and just stick these two 5s right in our Monday folder. And now it's ready for our spicy mini Monday. That is awesome. So let's go ahead and go through to see what else we finished for. This one right here, these savings are baddie from Becca Can Budget, was for my oldest P's vacation fund. So that's going to get $44. Perfect. And I don't think we had, no, we had none that were the same. So this cute little tiny is going to carb maintenance for $10. Perfect. This little Nessa's budget tiny is going to gifts for $9. This little Happy to Save with Hannah little tiny is going to go to debt. This So Cozy by B is going to escrow. And then this cute little Save with Glow, $9 that we saved is going to my oldest savings account. So let me go ahead and put that on our calculator. And why I'm going to put that on the calculator is because we also finished up we save A bucks, B bucks, C bucks, and E bucks, and I save a certain one a week. So like this week we allocated for B bucks, next week will be CE, and we just kind of rotate through them. And last month we saved 22 B bucks, which is what goes to my oldest P. So we're going to go ahead and cross that off and put the $31 into her savings account. So the 22 for the B bucks, and then the 9 we finished with a tiny. And while we're in there, let's go ahead and allocate the rest of them as well. We save A bucks for Alaska, and we found 20 of those last month. They got saved twice last month, so that was fantastic. We saved C bucks for our cruising, so that got $20, which is great. And then E bucks go to my youngest E, and she got $10 there. So let's go ahead and put $10. We do not find as many E bucks as we do all the other ones, so I have a tendency to help her out through the month and kind of bulk up her savings a little bit more. And let's go ahead, while I did it, I had $30 extra in cash, so I'm going to do $10 to my 100 envelope challenge and a $20 bill to my 50 envelope challenge. So that is all the notes I had. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's go ahead and put all of these savings challenges in our finish for October little challenge right there. Perfect. I need to make sure I have all of these written down, and I'm going to empty this out and fill it up for November. Perfect. Okay, so we have $225 this week to go ahead and allocate through our sinking funds. So let's see how we can do. So I normally give these top ones $5 each, but escrow already got a little bit of a bump. So let's go ahead and start with emergency. So we'll do $5 in emergency. We'll do $5 in month ahead. We'll do $5 in taxes. We'll do $5 in events, invest, and we'll do $5 in shutters. So that should be $25 right there. And then you know what, let's go ahead and do $5 in the miscellaneous account. I'm trying to bulk that up a little bit, and that's kind of our buffer for our annual expenses. That way, like we save for car insurance and stuff like that, and that way if it fluctuates in any way, then we already have that taken care of. We already have that set aside, and I don't have to worry about that. Okay, in our home binder right here, I am going through, like I've said, and I'm kind of revamping some of our binders and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep the system we have until 2026, and then I'm gonna, like I said, revamp a couple of them. So in appliances, I'm gonna go ahead and do $5. I'm gonna skip backyard again this week just because I don't think we need to put anything in there. I'm gonna go ahead and put $5 into Costco because we did ended up buying a couple things out of that fund last week when we went. They had a lot of cool, they had this little like power brush my daughter wanted to help clean her bathroom. They had a cordless glue gun that was really cool that I ended up getting. So, you know, it happens. That's why it's there. We're going to do another $5 in garden. I'm going to go ahead and do $8 in home maintenance. That way it evens it up. So it makes it an even number in there. Pantry is, I'm going to do $5 in pantry. Perfect. My sinking fund, I'm going to go ahead and do $5. And then I always like to go down and do $5 in my husband's to keep us even. Car maintenance got a sinking fund finished. Entertainment, I'm going to go ahead and do $5 just because we have Thanksgiving break coming up, and I know we're going to want to do some stuff over Thanksgiving break. Medical, I'm going to go ahead and do $20 in. I'm trying to bump that up a little bit more. Pins, let's go ahead and do $8 in pins to even it out. And then in technology, let's go ahead and do $6 in technology. Perfect. I'm going to skip to our holiday binder. Like I said, I have been doing some spending out of these over here, so I want to make sure we're putting enough money into them. Let's do $10 into school. We've been really using that account. We'll do $5 into New Year's Eve. Valentine's Day and Easter, I am going to need to start saving for. Mother's Day, let's go ahead and do $1 in Mother's Day just to even it out. Summer, we're okay for that. Father's Day, let's go ahead, you know what, we're okay. July 4th, let's go ahead and do $5 in that. Back to school, I'm going to do $5. That's a really big expense for us that I like to make sure we are using throughout the year. We have a Halloween challenge. We are currently in the negative. We went over budget for the girls' costumes for Halloween, so I wanted to make sure I track that. I have a buffer everywhere. I have a buffer, so we, you know, paid it off, but I want to make sure I know for next year that I need to save a little bit more money for their costumes than what we saved this year. So I want to go ahead and make sure. So let's go ahead and start paying myself back. And plus we still have, I think, one more Halloween challenge in our Festive Friday binder. So hopefully that'll really help make up what we're lacking there. But let's go ahead and throw $2 at it just to be safe. Thanksgiving, it looks like we will be cooking Thanksgiving at home this year. My sister, I normally go to my family's house, but they are not really doing anything this year for Thanksgiving. So I need to make sure I have enough in that fund to kind of cover our dinner. Perfect. Which I think we have at least 2 more Thanksgiving challenges in our Festive Friday binder. Let's go ahead and give $5 to my husband's gifts. And you know what? I'm okay with my gifts right now. The girls' gifts are pretty good, but let's go ahead and bump them up. P needs to catch up to E, so let's go ahead and give P a little bit of something. I still don't think I need much for holiday decor, but I like to have money in there because Christmas is my favorite time of year, and I have a tendency to always find something I want to add to our collection. Gifts, I'm going to add $10 to, and then miscellaneous, I'm going to go ahead and put $5 into for all those things that could come up. Perfect. Let's go to the girls binder. They got their savings because we finished the month. You know, they got their B and E bucks, so that always really helps. So I'm not going to put anything in either of their savings. We're already saving. We're saving B bucks this week, so P has gotten a good amount in there. She's done some spending in her clothes category, and she's also in the negative, so I'm going to go ahead and put a $5 bump in there just because I know she's going to need some more stuff. She's at that age that she is just growing like a sprout. So in their vacation, she just got a huge bump, but self-care, she has quite a few challenges that she's working on for that. E has also been spending out of her clothing account, but we are getting into that time of year. I like to really take care of some of those Black Friday deals. So I'm not going to worry about any of those. And let's go ahead and do an extra $5 for their miscellaneous folder. And that brings us to our final over here, which is our travel folder. And I am actually probably going to do, I'm not going to do Epic. I think I'm going to take this and I'm going to do $10 in our cruise expenses. And I'm going to do $10 in vacation. And that will even us out right there because, like I said, this is going to be my husband and I spending money for our cruise we're going on in December. And then vacation currently is saving up for a girls trip I am taking next year with some of my friends. So let's go ahead and add up to make sure we have $225. $225. Perfect. Let's see how much money we've saved with our finished challenges. $173. That is fantastic. Perfect. So that is very awesome. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday afternoon, and we will talk to y'all later. Bye, everyone.